Good morning and welcome back to the 2025 Agro Expo event. My name's Travis Kiesel. Welcome to the Hutson booth at this year's Agro Expo. Privileged this morning to have Donnie Cochran and Ryan Cradaville with me to be talking a little bit about machine connectivity. Guys, introduce yourself. Donnie?
Yeah, so Donnie Cochran, I am a regional precision specialist with Hutson for Region 7, and it's kind of 69 South there, that area. So happy to be here with you today.
Great. Good morning. Ryan?
Ryan Kratochvil, I'm a regional sales manager for Hutson in Michigan. I cover our northern two regions up in basically the northern half of Michigan. Formerly a precision ag person as well with Donnie, and currently moved to this role.
Yeah, great. Thrilled to have these guys this morning, experts in this field to say the least. One of the common topics this week at Agro Expo is connectivity, and it seems like one of the things that customers are asking questions about is connected machines and what I can and can't do with connected machines, and what's it look like, and how do I get one connected. And so, Donnie, maybe talk a little bit about when we talk about connected machines. Maybe talk a little bit about what's that journey been? Where are we at today with levels of connectivity?
Sure, yeah. So in today's world, we've been doing this for quite a while now. Most of your ag machines and your ag equipment comes factory pre-installed modem. Us as a precision team, we're kind of going around the back end and we're installing modems in some older equipment these days. But kind of the new topic these days is our smaller tractors, our smaller hay or smaller ag equipment tractors, such as a 5100E. That equipment is coming standard from the factory, modem installed nowadays.
Sure. And as you talk about that cellular modem and that connectivity, there's two types of modems that we offer. There's an M and an R. Maybe talk a little bit about the differences in those two, in what they can do.
Sure. So the best way I like to put it to guys is an M modem is something that I'm going to install on your older generation tractor, maybe your sound guard, something that is pretty adaptable to anything. It's also something I would put in your semi. And your R modem is something I'm going to use in a tractor that's got an existing 3G modem in it, and we're going to use it to kind of replace that and update it to today's technology.
Sure. No, good example. I know we've talked at times about Precision Essentials kits, and one of the pieces of hardware in that Precision Essentials kit is one of those MRR modems. Yep. And so that level of connectivity we're trying to incorporate really in all the interactions that we're doing today. And so if you think about connectivity, guys, and I really pose this to both of you, what can a customer do? What can a customer do with a MTG connected machine? Maybe Donnie, you can start first on the ag side of things, and maybe Ryan talk a little bit more on the small ag.
Yeah, so really in today's world, the technology John Deere has to offer is pretty limited to us, and expanding on that whole world is centered at a modem. And using that modem to connect to your operations center and allowing that data to flow back and forth seamlessly is amazing. The things that we can do and the information we can give customers with that modem and using that technology and harnessing it with operations center is pretty awesome, to say the least.
Yeah, good examples. But modems not just for large ag, right?
Correct. Yeah, we can get modems on a lot of things now. There's different ways we can connect machines. Smart connectors that we'll talk about, but also modems. We can put those on Z900 series commercial zero turns. And we got awesome things coming out that have come out that we're continuing to expand, like different products for our commercial mowing companies, our pro landscape type stuff in the operations center that can really help people to manage their fleet, keep track of hours, maintenance, all that stuff, and basically give them more control over what everything is happening in their operation from a machine and connectivity standpoint.
No, that's good. That's good. I know one of as these initially started to be put on agriculture equipment 10 or 12 years ago, we're going through some of the same sequences now with small ag and turf equipment where geofencing is even a big deal in terms of being able to monitor where a machine is at and putting a geofence over it and knowing when that machine starts and leaves that geofence to be able to give a warning from a security standpoint even. Ryan, you talked a little bit about a smart connector. I guess talk a little bit about what is that? How's that work? How does that connectivity work?
Yeah, so a smart connector is a connectivity hardware piece that we can put on typically smaller pieces. When we consider the wide range of John Deere products, we're talking 1 through 4,000 series compact utility tractors. We can put them on 5,000 series as well. They'll also go on our X300, X500s, our residential zero turns. But what it is essentially is it is a Bluetooth device that allows you to plug into the machine, and then you can connect that to your phone. And you can have things like a live dashboard on your phone through Equipment Mobile, and it basically gives you that connectivity where a modem may be too big to fit on. These modems are not huge, but they're bigger than the smart connectors. So when you put them on a smaller residential zero turn, there's not a whole lot of surface area to mount that. So we came up with a smaller piece that can connect the machine and give you all the similar data and give you everything that a homeowner, residential user might use that a commercial producer maybe doesn't get enough from, but they have the modems to supplement for that. So
Sure. When you talk about that smart connector, how does that connector interact with? Does it interact with Operations Center? Does it interact with Equipment Mobile? How does that look?
Equipment Mobile will be the main piece that you will use. So for example, if you have a smart connector on your X350 lawnmower and you go out there to mow your lawn on Saturday, if you have your phone with you, it will connect through Bluetooth when you start that piece of equipment up. And then you can actually, if you had the ability to mount your phone on there, you can see stuff like, the RPMs live, the hour tracking live, coolant temperatures on some piece of equipment, things like that can give you more information on that. But it'll also sync hours with your phone. So if you go out there and mow for an hour, you put an hour on the machine, that is an hour towards your next maintenance schedule. So that'll update, and then it'll also give you alerts through Equipment Mobile of, hey, I need to change my oil, change my blades, I'm at my 100-hour service. So it kind of updates constantly in that way as well to get you more informed, but also help you to maintain your equipment.
So I would imagine that level, talk a little bit more about that Equipment Mobile piece though, because that level of connectivity and that level of information in Equipment Mobile, there's a ton of tools within that resource today, way more than what we've had in years past.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you look at John Deere dealers, especially Hutson, there are most of the employees are having that deal with equipment in the daily life, are having Equipment Mobile. There's so much in there for not just small ag turf, but also large ag and everything. For the small ag side or the turf side, there's all kinds of things in there like John Deere Tips Notebook. There might be informational videos on how to hook up your mower deck to your 1025. So you're getting all that information from your machine, but you're also getting information about your machine. The operator's manual. One of the biggest integrations recently is the shop.deere.com. That is a fantastic resource that we can now provide where you can go in there and say you need mower blades and it's Saturday and you kind of realize like, hey, I need this, but I don't have time to go to the dealership today. You can actually go on your phone, look up the parts schematic for your mower and find the mower blades. You can link it right to your Hutson account as far as your store, and then go ahead and either put those orders in to go to the store, or you can ship it to yourself too, so you don't even have to go to the store, and we can get you those high quality John Deere parts without having to even leave your house.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. That's come a long way from the old Mower Plus app, right? Of years past. Guys, anything else to add on the topic of connectivity?
I would just say it's a big step, for some people to get into. Like Donnie said, it's kind of one of those things where, it's the new technological age. We are adding equipment to the machine that we've never had before in some cases. So adding that really helps you get an insight. Personally, I use John Deere modems or smart connectors on my personal machines just to keep track of the maintenance. I think it helps a lot in being able to order those parts. I think the apps are amazing and then what they can do, keeping track of your operation through Operations Center, and Equipment Mobile for more of the residential homeowner user is a great resource. And it makes life a lot easier for you as well to be able to get those parts and to find out what you need before having to go to the dealership if you need to.
No, that's fantastic. Donnie, Ryan, appreciate you guys' time today and being able to sit down and talk connectivity for all of your equipment connectivity needs. Always feel free to reach out to any of your sales team members here at Hutson or any of your precision technology team members as well.